Well guys, yeah, this is like a little intro to the video. It's the Marin 1992 Rocky Ridge, part one, because this is me just taking the bike out. I haven't done anything to it yet, and it'll allow me to take the bike up into the local hills here and just see all the things that I might need to change on it, if anything. But hope you like the vid. Here we go. Okay, today we are going to take the 1992 Rocky Ridge up to the quarry. Normally I would do this on a fully functioning road bike or one of the fully restored bikes. However, I'm going to take this one up as it came from the guy who bought it from. So all the cables are still pretty mashed. Nothing's been set up at all, but it's a good way of finding out all the issues that the bike has and what needs to be replaced and what doesn't. And yeah, hopefully have a bit of fun on it as well. So I'm not joking when I say this, but every time I take a bike out, it's got different pedals on it. When I go out cycling, I always have the SPDs. That's why I'm wearing the shoes. And get up the road, just about to mount the bike, and realise wrong pedals on again. I've not tried to get these off yet, so they might be seized. Therefore, got the various sprays out, various Allens, and the pedal wrench. So let's give it a go. Both pedals came off super sweet, a real testament to whoever put this bike together. They used a bit of grease, which allowed them to pop out, no worries. These do look pretty original, these pedals. I haven't had a close look. There you go, Dual X pedals. They would have been original with the bike. And yeah, the mechanic must have greased them up because they popped off nice. So we'll bang on the SPDs and hopefully get moving. Thankfully, pedals do have an R and an L on them, so you cannot get that one wrong. But nice one with those here. Whilst tightening the pedal, also realised that the crank arm was barely attached. Another check, worth doing. So first impressions, all the indexing sweet, everything works fine. There's a bit of pad rubbing on the front. All the brake wires are pretty much finished. See a lot of splayed wire down there. But yeah, other than that, pretty smooth ride. I did put some degreaser in the right shifter, which has now made the grip loose. So that might be a bit evil on the way down the hill after. But so far, so good. Okay, that's stage one of the climb. Comes all the way up the valley there, Valley Road, and then Newry Drive. Then it continues up there, next section. But it's part one, I guess, of the, restoratively speaking, beginnings of the Rocky Ridge 92's journey. The wheels have been put on from another bike just to get us up the hill. But everything else holding tight, a bit sticky. Obviously the cables aren't doing a great job because most of them are falling out, and the brake pads are very minimal. Seat's pretty comfy and the ride's comfy. So as we continue, look forward to seeing what else happens. Okay, just got to the top of stage two on the climb, and massive respect to the guys doing YouTube videos on bikes, because trying to film whilst actually doing an activity, solid. So massive respect, guys, you know who you are. Stage three of the climb, the quarry track, from the gates up to the open cast mine at the top. Pretty solid again. Right, we're definitely a point in the ride now where I can chill out a little bit and discuss representing the retro scene involving tops like this. This top, I think in its time would have been classed as high end, but I wouldn't even class this as legal to wear now. The constriction of the blood vessels, the inability for the fabric to breathe. But you know, what can we expect from a shirt that was constructed in the early 90s? But the vibe goes with the bike. You know, so many better bikes that could be on to go up this hill, practically speaking. But I like to wear the top, and the bike contains my emotions, takes me back to 1992 when Linford Christie won the 100 metres. That was a real big moment in my life. Don't know about anyone else, but that's who I think of when I'm riding this bike, the Lunchbox Lymph. So yeah, starting from the back, the rear derailleur DX, that shift great. The rear cantilevers, nothing to complain about there. The crankset, all the teeth pretty, well, they're all there. Those cranks will shine up real nice. Unfortunately, they've lost the lettering on there, but some of these things you just have to deal with. A positive is the Dior DX little badge is still on the front derailleur. So really with this bike, and with most of the aluminium bikes, it's all about polishing the frame. All the decals are on, but if you get a close look at this frame, there's no dents in it, but all the clear coat is just chipped. It looks super unsightly. When these guys are polished up properly, they are unbelievable when the sun hits them. So it is worth it. Same with the seat post. Like I say, the XT rapid fire shifters, bit greasy, gunked up, so they'll need freeing up. Suicide grips. I was pulling hard on these coming up the hill and one came off. So when you're wearing clip-in shoes like this, that looked hilarious. Just looked like I've been shot in the chest. These wheels were off an Eldridge grade, so you can see the red nipples. But if you look closely, there is one off Rocky Ridge on one of these wheels. There it is. Good old purple nipple. So yeah, generally, it's been good fun. So we've reached the summit of the ride. We're up here at the top of the mountain. To my right, it's the open cast. So there used to be a tip to the top of this mountain, which has been removed by man. Over there, Llandudno, Puffin Island and Anglesey. Most days try and get up here, which is achievable on these bikes, absolutely. If it was in 92, why isn't it now? So yeah, got to the top, got things to get on with. So yeah, coming up the hill, that's one thing, going through the gears. I've now got to test this thing going downhill with what look like very dodgy brake cables and brake pads. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, first level of comedy. On the right lever there, you see the wire's completely gone over to the left. I think the springs just perished or exploded in the right cantilever there. So it makes this part of the ride rather sketchy. I've only really got a rear brake, so let's hope for the best. Could do with that really.